Molweni sawubona ndingumthwana wabantu molweni sawubona ndingumthwana wabantu. Look man, my name is Mthwana Wabantu. I don't want to waste no time. Let's get started. So now the first question says Jeffrey left 4/7. Oh, he left 4/7 of his estate to his wife. So what does that mean? It means this guy had like a full. Okay, look. Just a second. If somebody say okay, if he left 4/7, meaning he had everything full. What does that full? It means he had this Jeffrey, he had 7/7. What is 7/7? 7/7 means he got to 1. Means he had something fully. So now from 7/7, he has left 4/7 of his estate to his wife. So from 7/7, he has left this to his wife. So we take 7/7 minus 4/7. So this went to his wife. So we want to know how much he left with face for so long before we continue with the question. So now the days are the same. So here we're going to write 7, and then 7 minus 4 equal to 3. So Jeffrey himself left 3/7. Okay, let's continue read. Now he say now. So now right now after give to his wife 4/7. No, he has 3/7 now, and 1/4 of the remainder. Oh, so now we're going to take 3/7, which is the remainder, because they say of the remainder. This 3/7. Now what happened? They say, and then also 1/4 the remainder to his granddaughter. So we're going to take this 7/3/7, and then we're going to minus by 1/4 to his daughter. Oh, so now let's just make a, let's see right here, so we don't want to cause some deadness. Okay, this nasty has to go. Okay, so now we go. So he was left with 7/7, then minus 4/7, and left 3/7, and then we minus now 1/4. So we're going to minus 1/4, which is going to go to granddaddy. Now you see the denominator are not the same. So what we're going to do, how we're going to make them the same? So now we're going to say take this 4 multiplied by 3, which is going to be 12. Sign it minus minus. Now take this 7 minus 7 times 1. Let me say it again. So we're going to take 4 times 3 equal to 12. Minus minus, and then 7 times 1 equal to 7, and then multiply these 2. 7 times 4 equal to 28. Okay, now 12 minus 7 equals 5/28. So now after subtract these to his granddaughter, so from the remainder, he's gonna be left with the 5/28. Now, did he do anything else? Now they say the part of his estate that is not accounted. Oh, so this is not accounted. For a given is a fraction is also, it's going to be the option here, because after subtracting means this is what it was not accounted. Okay, so we will say this is what is going to be left here. You know what I'm saying? Now let's go for question number 2. Number 2, they say question number 6, excuse me, simplifying this expression. So before we simplify this expression, so this is the answer here. Okay, let me explain to you a little about the exponential. So we don't need this. It's all done already. I'll explain to you quick explanation, then we go to the question quick. Okay, so since there's a lot of new ones here and the old one, I'm gonna touch the link below so you can just go and watch the other exponential, just in case if you miss some of my video in the past years. So I'm gonna put a link below, or you can just search in my link, say exponential. It's gonna take you to the right topic, you know, in the search panel. Now let's go. So first and foremost, let's check some few rules. So in exponential, if somebody give, let's say 2/2x plus y, what does that mean? This time we say you can take these 2 with the first one and take with the first one, and if this is plus, you see what I'm saying? Or let's just want you to say 2 with the first one and then multiply, but it must be plus here, and then multiply, take 2 with the second one, so 2 and y. That's very acceptable. It's like if somebody give, let's say 3, let's say m minus 2. So this time we say 3 with m and then multiply by 3 with -2. Acceptable. But if we plug this in the calculator, this is going to be 3m and 3 -2, 7 say over, because this is minus, so you can reciprocate. These 3 -2 is going to come at the bottom, is going to become 3 positive 2, because it's negative, so it's going to go under these 3. But when you go under 3, this sign is going to change and it's going to become positive. So now this time we say 3m over 3 power 2 equal to 9. So we're going to do the same thing for this question here. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Now let's go. So now, very easy, it's done already. So now we're going to say now this is going to be 2 power n. So this is going to be 2 power n, and then multiply by 2 power 1, 2 power 1, and then we over now 2 power n, and then multiply by 2 negative 2, because 2 with it, negative 2. So now look, these are the same thing. So this and this you can cancel because it's similar 10, you know, similar expression, similar 10. So now we're going to be left with 2 power 1, and then we over, look how I'm going to do. So denominator here, you see, there's a lot of ways you can do. 2 ways. Let me show you the easy way first. Okay. I don't like to have a negative exponential. You see, this is 2, negative 2. So since it's negative, I want to take to the top. I'm going to reciprocate, but it's going to go to the top because I don't like to have a negative exponential. So this is going to go to the top because it's negative. So it's going to go, it's going to become, it's going to be this 2 power 1 times, it's going to go to the top, it's going to be times 2. And then this time is negative, right? It's going to be positive now. So now we're going to have 2 power 1, 2 power 1 equal 2 times 2 power 2 equal 4, because 2 power 2 is like 2 times 2 equal 4. So now 2 times 4 equal to 8. I think that's the easy way. So our answer equal to 4. Now let's go to the last question. The last question is easy. Let's go quick. Last question. Let's go, guys. We need to finish this quickly. Okay, cool. Now this is easy. So what I want to do, since I have a root here, and when you think, okay, 480, do you have a square root of 480? No, there's no square root of 480. So now what you do, you have to break it. You have to break it. So I'm going to break it. Look, if somebody give me, let's say 50 square root, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to take it to 50 square root. I'm going to have to think, okay, which number is closer? Like, which number, okay, I'm going to say this, let me say, okay, let me just say this. Let's say 25 times 2. You know what I did this? Because I know 25 times 2 equal to 50, and this 25, when you square root, is going to give me 5. So now mathematics is correctly to separate this root. Separate. So we're going to say this, let me say 25, and then we multiply. See, you can say 25 multiply, dot, mean, when you write dot, means multiplication. You can write dot, or you can do this. And then you can take a root, means you take a root of the first one, you take a root of the second one. Okay, when you square root 25, you get 5. But these two, you cannot. So leave the way how it is, because here they don't use the calculator. So you see what I'm saying? So you can write like that. So I'm gonna do the same trick here for all these questions. I'm gonna say, okay, 48 is like 16 times 3, because I could have said, oh, to the 8 equal to 6 times 8, but both of these, they don't have a square root. So what would I have to take them? No, I'd rather say 16 and 3, because 16 times 3 equal to 48. So I'm gonna say 16 times 3. So 48 means 16 times 3, but both of them, they have a root, and then we over 4. 4 does not have anything. So now we say plus. Okay. Now this is 6, and then here you can separate. You can say square root of 1, and then square root of 12. But a square root of 12, like square root of 12, so let me say 4 times 3. You see what I'm saying? 4 times 3, and then I want to separate. Just okay. So square root of 4, and then square root of 3. So square root of 4 equal to 2. And times square root of 3, because 4 you can square it. So this, let me say 2 square root of 3. Now we come here. I can do the same thing here, because I can say this, say square root of 16, and then square root of 3 over 4. Square root of 16 equal to 4. Okay? So this is going to give us 4, and then square root of 3 over 4. 4 and 4 cancel. So we left with only square root of 3. So all this stuff here, we left with square root of 3. So I'm going to write here square root of 3 in the first group. This group here equal to square root of 3, and then plus 6. Oh, we say here is 2 square root of 3, because look, this and this equal to 3. So 3 times square root of 1 equal to 1. So it's like 3 times 1 over square root of 3. Oh, 3 times 1 equal to 3 over square root of 3. Now let's go for the last one. The last one here, negative 27. Negative 27, we'll do the same game also. So I'm saying negative 27, we're going to do the same game also. So 27, I'll say 9 times 3, because 9 times 3, we know 9. 9 is going to give us 3 when you square 9 times 3. So let me say 27 square root equal to 9 square root times 3. You see what I'm saying? Because I know 9 square root times 3. So square root of 9 equal to I hope you understand here, because this, let me see, 9 times 3 equals 27, and then I'll separate. Okay, square root of 9 equals to 3 times square root of 3. So this, let me say 3 square root of 3, because there's nothing we can do here. So sign is minus, and then you have it 3 square root of 3. So here, the expression is not equal to. So we know for a fact this is equal. This is true. Now, we want to see which is not going to be equal. So, you know what I did here? Let's just simplify. So now let's see how, if we can simplify this. So first and foremost, let me try to put them together. So how I'm going to put them together? Okay, let me find the common denominator for all of them. Common denominator means, look, okay, this is like over 1, and this I can say over 1. So, excuse me. So what I'm going to do here, since I want to make the same denominator, I'm going to multiply this. Either I can take 2, okay, I can just multiply this for all of those. You see what I'm saying? I'll take these multiplied by here and multiply by there, but not this. Or if you think it's going to confuse you, just take 2 by 2. So you're not going to get confused. So let me start with this 2 first, and then I'll go for the last one. If you're like, no, I'm going to get confused, but me, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to multiply here, and I'm going to multiply there, but let's take 2 by 2. So I'm going to take this times this. Okay, now square root of 3 times square root of 3. This is equal to 3. You can put in a calculator and see. If you square root 8, and then you multiply by square root of 8, equal to 8. You know why? Because look, 8 times a is like, you can put single square root. 8 times a is like a squared. But what is square root of a squared equal to a? That's why when you square root, when you multiply square root of 3 times square root of 3 equal to 3. Square root of 7 times square root of 7 equal to 7. Square root of Mtwana times square root of Mtwana equal to Mtwana. So for that case now, I'm going to say this times that equal to 3 plus 1 times 3 equal to 3, and then I'm going to multiply this to 1 times square root of 3 equal to square root of 3 minus. Now we count here. It's going to be 3 square root of 3 over 1. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to find the common denominator again. See what I'm saying? So we kind of feel like, oh, it's coming like this also, but we take a time. Okay? So I don't need these quick. Let's make a space here. Okay, now we go. So now I'm going to find the common denominator. How am I going to make common denominator? Take this 1, multiply for all this group. 1 times anything equal to 1. 1 times Mtwana over Bantu equal to Mtwana over Bantu. 1 times u equal to u. So I'm going to say 1 times 3 plus 3. It's going to be the same thing. So it's like 1 times whatever we have here, it's going to be the same thing. And then minus, minus. Now we take this, multiply the that. So it's like 3. But this is square root, remember? And then we multiply by 3, square root of 3. So look, this multiplied by this equal to 3. Because we just see it now, you know what I'm saying? So and then we multiply by this 3, so multiply by 3. So if you take this multiplied by the square root of 3 times 3 square root of 3, you get 3 times 3. So this is going to be 3 times 3. And then what we do, multiply these 2. Square root of 3 times 1 equal to square root of 3. So this is true here. Because 3 plus 3, 3 plus 3. Minus minus 3 times 3 over square. Yeah, it's true. So this is true also. And the first one was this true. But this I can simplify. I mean 3 plus 3 we know equal to 6. Because we want to see now. One of these, one must go. Because they say which one is not equal. Means the wrong answer. That's going to be our answer. So now if you simplify 3 plus 3 equal to 6. Minus minus. 3 times 3 equal to 9 over square root of 3. 6 minus 9 equal to negative 3 square root of 3. Now let's see which is the answer here. So this is the answer. I mean this is true. So we know this is not true. Of course, you know what I'm saying? It's not true. So this is not true. So this is our answer. Because they say which is not equal to is not equal to this. So this is our final answer. I mean our right answer is this, because the wrong answer. Which one is not equal to? Means when you simplify, we don't see no way it's going to come to negative 9 over square root of. Hey, so this is our answer here. Our final answer is, then right here, my answer is option 3, which is negative 9 over square root of 3 is not true. And that's what we need. It's just a waste of time. When you do this question, It is easy like that, man. Thanks a lot. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I believe in learning from how to do things. If first time, make sure you subscribe, and you know, you can just go and do donation to our Patreon page. I have a Patreon, I have a GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? I have all the means of donation because to make this project going, you know, any type of donation, the little that you think is too small for you, it could make a lot of change. And thanks a lot for all your time, you know. Subscribe, don't forget, share this video, circulate to a lot of people, you know, because the meaning of this project, this program, is to help as many as we can, okay? It's not only for one person or two, because you might think it's not helpful for you, but for somebody next out there, it could be very, very helpful. So thanks a lot, man. And you know, any donation that you did to me, it means so much. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Go to our Patreon page, go to our GoFundMe, because we need to have a lot of things. We need to put them together, like camera, you know, and a lot of equipment, so that we can improve on, you know, a lot of angle, a lot of aspects of these projects, you know. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate and I love you. Peace, man. Bye. You know, this is one of my students of knowledge. You know, she wanted to introduce herself. What's your name? Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Qmi.
Yeah.
I went to primary school.
Yeah, I'm trying to Bantu.
I'm
Trying to Bantu is everywhere, right? Yeah. So this is my other student. His name, what's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew, yeah, he's grade 11, man. So his aim is to score distinction, right? So you promise I want you to score distinction this time. And what's your name?
Joshua.
Joshua, how much you promise me to score this time?
Distinction.
Distinction. Yeah, so I'm trying to Bantu is everywhere, man.
I'm trying to about you. Everywhere. I'm trying to about you everywhere.
Everywhere.
Trying to about you
Exactly.
everywhere.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. If you had to give advice, which advice would you give to the people or to the students?
Trust Hamish.
Why would they trust me?
No, because it's really good. They actually has helped a lot. I redid first year for maths. It was my own fault, but also I didn't know a lot of the work. And Hamish said lots of hard questions, and it's demotivating sometimes to do the harder stuff. You like just want to get done, but it's the hard stuff that makes you realize the easy stuff is easy.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hamish. Thank you, and wish you all the best with your hard work. And I just want to say we appreciate you, and I have achieved like 93%. Sanbonani. This is Umar Nonkula Kizismongo. I live in Devon in KwaZulu-Natal, and I was born in KwaHlabisa in KwaZulu-Natal.
Hello everyone, this is Uketele Nomvalo from Johannesburg, Midrand. I'm studying Trudy. I would like to thank Mr. Hamish for helping us so much. We have actually got 90 to 100% on that. Thank you so much, Mr. Hamish. Siyabonga.